Welcome to Nari Sekhi, and today let's make fermented dosa, which is called Khaproli. It's very healthy, full of nutrition, proteins and iron. So for this I have taken rice and rinse the rice very well 2 to 3 times and soak in water for 5 to 6 hours. And we are going to do the same thing for all the lentils, dals. So same thing I did with split black dal, which is urad dal, and same thing with chana dal, split Bengal gram dal, soak it in water for 5 to 6 hours. Even fenugreek seeds and cumin. Now fenugreek seeds and cumin I'm soaking in fresh water because I'm not going to discard this water, fenugreek and cumin, while grinding, because cumin has iron and fenugreek seed water is also very healthy. It's good for fermentation. When you're ready to blend, soak flattened rice, poha for 10 minutes, rinse it well and soak. So now we are going to discard all the water from the lentils, dal and rice, and then blend it with fresh water. I'm going to blend rice separately and dal separately because dal is a little bit heavy on the blender, so I'm going to do it separately. So blend it together using very little water because we want thick consistency of the batter. So whatever water you want to use it, but little bit. So rice is done, rice and all the fenugreek seeds and everything. So now the urad dal, that is a split dal and the split chickpeas, I'm going to blend it with a little bit of water. It's full of protein, fiber and iron with all the ingredients, and a little bit of fermentation is good. So now I have done blending. I'm going to add turmeric powder to this. You can add it after fermentation also. Mix it very well, and that will help the fermentation process, and keep it in a warm place for about 8 to 10 hours for it to ferment. In summer season 8 hours, in winter you may require 10 hours. So I'm going to put it in 2 vessels because when it's fermented it will going to come up. So this is what we have after 8 hours. In winter season you may need 2 more hours. So now whatever you're not using, you can just keep it in the refrigerator, and whatever you're using you can add salt and use for the batter for making this khaproli or dosa batter. It's very nicely fermented. Over fermentation is not good. Over fermentation can give you high blood pressure and all. So do fermentation in limited like 8 hours, not more than that. Add salt, mix it well, and now we are ready to make the dosas, which is khaproli. Put oil on the pan, and once it's hot enough we are going to add the batter. And this is not a very thin dosa, so don't spread it too much. Little bit in a circular from center towards the outside. Cover and let it cook for 2 to 3 minutes. See, now it's not done because the color is not changed. That's why I'm showing you. And it just get lifted a little bit and there is a color change. So it depends on the heat on the pan, how much time, but it doesn't take more than 3 to 4 minutes, less than that. So now you see the difference. There is a color change and it's lifted from the pan a little bit. You can add oil if it's not lifting up. Flip it. Some people like to do it only on one side and not flip it. I like light brown color on the other side, and other side it won't take much time, just 1 to 2 minutes. Lightly brown. It's cooked perfectly with this steam because we have covered and cooked it. So this is the color on the other side. So like this you do all the dosas, spread it evenly from the center to the side. And some tips for fermentation and making this dosa. The heat in the pan should be high first and then make it medium depending. It should not be too hot, but it should be hot. On low flame it won't work. For fermentation, keep it in a warm place. Mix it well before keeping it for fermentation. After fermentation, you don't mix it too much, little bit, and keep it in the refrigerator to stop the fermentation process because over fermentation is not good. And now this is served with sweet coconut milk, and it's very easy. I have grated coconut, and from that you squeeze the coconut milk, and to this we are going to add grated jaggery and some cardamom powder. So once you add this, mix it well and keep it aside for about 10 minutes so the jaggery melts very nicely. This is very good for lactating mothers. It helps in producing the milk because it has all the nutrients needed, iron, protein, fiber. So, and coconut is very healthy, good for your skin also. So the way it is served is it's broken into pieces, and then the dosa is broken into pieces and dipped in the milk. So the way I serve to my daughter is I put it in the plate, dip it on one side for 2 minutes, and after 2 minutes flip it over and serve it. So do try this, and it's very healthy and very tasty. Let me know if you have any questions or comments regarding this recipe, and please subscribe Nari Sakhi for more videos. Thank you for watching.